TrueStar, Randy's Tire and Auto, Rainy River Veterinary Hospital, the Rainy Lake Medical Center, Hometown Hobby and Crafts, Wimmer's Towing, Poking Horns Hardware Hank, Northland Sales and Service, Galac Logging, Lakes Gas, Napa Auto Parts, and Arrowhead Transit. Now let's go to the gym for LBF Vikings basketball on Lakes Country 104.1 and rjbroadcasting.com.
Wow, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the LBF Gymnasium as we get set for the season opener for the LBF girls as they take on the Bigfork Huskies. Tim Ringhofer joining you this evening here on the radio. If you're watching on yourliveevent.com, it's going at the end doing all the work over there. And you need that. You don't need that little down a little bit, he's telling me. Okay, that's all right. Well, how's that? Is that better? A little bit of an echo. Well, we shouldn't have that anymore. I hope we'll take care of it that way. Folks, if you're wondering, how come you're 20 minutes late, Ringhofer? What's the deal? Well, the junior high game, they played 16-minute halves. I don't think they've done that in the past year, although I'm being told that, that they did it last year. But it was a fabulous game. It was a fabulous game. It was a fun game to watch. The fans were into it. The kids were here cheering, screaming both sides. And Bigfork ends up winning the game by a final score of 45-38. It was right down. It was tied at 37, but Bigfork made a run over the last couple of minutes to win it. So that's the reason why we are so late getting started. Lots of timeouts, lots of fouls, lots of free throws. So it took a while to get the game done. But that's what we've got going on here in this game as the two teams get their season started. You're still having an echo, aren't you? Is that what you're trying to tell me? Boy, that's strange because I don't have any echo whatsoever. We're working here, folks. Hey, first game, and we'll see. We'll let him work on that. Maybe you're getting. Are you getting something through the computer? That's picking up my voice possibly as well. Anyway, these two teams, first game of the year. Last year the Vikings went 5-16. For the Bigfork Huskies, they went 7-12, and they played twice last year. Bigfork won both games in big fashion, 70-24 and 74-18. So we're looking to see the game to be a whole heck of a lot closer this year. And of course, head coach Gary Chelgren in his second year, I think maybe third. Man, I didn't even ask. Second year in my mind. Anyway, head coach back and got a young team. When you look at this Littlefork Big Falls team, they got no seniors, one junior, and this is her first year playing with the Vikings, and then a host of sophomores and ninth graders along the way. So you've got that going on, and then you look over at the Bigfork Huskies, and when you talk to longtime head coach Greg Powell, and I'm saying 30-plus years, and that is not to be whatever about that, but I believe he's been the coach there, I believe, since I was in high school, and I graduated in 1988, so that would be 34 years, but, 35 years, I guess. Don't tell anybody. Anyway, you look at his club, one junior on the team, a host of sophomores, does it sound familiar? Some ninth graders and an eighth grader. So these two teams, age-wise are very similar. Both these groups of 10th graders have played a lot already, as they had young teams last year, and so we'll see what the advantage in this game is. When you look at the Bigfork Huskies, it could be their height in the middle of the floor, and I know that's something that they took advantage of against the Littlefork Big Falls Vikings last year. You're listening to the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show. Have you checked out Hometown Hobby and Crafts' large array of merchandise? Not only do they have everything to make your school or craft project the best it can be, but they've got so much more. You want Christmas present ideas? Get down to Hometown Hobby and Crafts. You got to see what they've got there, plus all the Christmas paraphernalia that they have there to decorate your house, and like something new that you're looking at there. Of course, they've got stencils, puzzles, games for the kids, everything that's going on. Stop and see Hometown Hobby and Crafts at 327 3rd Street in downtown International Falls, and they are now open on Sundays through Christmas. So for the next 3 Sundays, they will be open from 10 to 4. So if that works into your schedule a little bit better, you can stop at Hometown Hobby and Crafts. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the interview I did with head coach of the Littlefork Big Falls Vikings, Gary Chelgren. You're listening to the pregame show for Littlefork Big Falls girls basketball on Lakes Country 104.1, rjbroadcasting.com, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
Hi, this is Chris Lassila, Vice President and Branch Manager of Border Bank. If you own a business, you know how important having the right banker is to the success of your business. At Border Bank, we are proud to have earned the reputation of caring for our customers' business as if they were our own. We're more than business bankers, we're partners, and our customer success is our ultimate goal. If your business could use that kind of attention, Reach out to me to explore what business banking at Border Bank can do for you. We're Border Bank, partnering with Northern Minnesota businesses since 1935. Member FDIC.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. From low-key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of artist experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke so you never miss out on the amazing offers we're dropping this summer. Okay, not gonna lie, that was pretty good.
Are your ladies ready?
They are ready to get all the nerves out. You know, it's been a long off season. We've done some summer ball, and but nothing equates to this first game of the year. Regular season and winter starts. It's a long season, but the girls are ready for it.
Numbers are limited, so talk about how that challenges this team.
Well, our numbers, I mean, we got more than last year, which is good. So we got a couple more girls that came out, and got a girl that actually moved schools this year that's with us. And we lost a couple, but we gained a couple. So we got a couple good players coming up through the younger ranks, and I think we'll be pretty good with numbers-wise for the next couple years and this year, pretty good. So.
Talk about changes that you maybe made from last year's team to this year's team.
Well, we've added a couple new plays because last year we had a lot of plays that were primarily driven because we had a very good player last year and not be smart and put it in her hands. So this year we got, we moved it around last year, but I think you'll see a lot more of that and a lot smarter play by these girls. They've grown a lot in the IQ department of the game, which is a big step for these girls, and the fundamentals did take a big step in the right direction. So will the style of play change on the offense or the defensive side of the ball, or is it mostly the same? I think you'll see a little change in the defensive side of the ball. A little change in the offense, but I think you'll see it more in the defense and the aggressiveness on the defense. These girls have got a couple years under their belts, and they ain't afraid to step up and make a play when it's needed. So,
what's the scouting report on the Bigfork Huskies?
I don't know.
We wouldn't have much chance to go watch them play because this is the first game for both teams.
Right, and we played them at the beginning of last year. If I'm not mistaken, both of our games were in the first half of the season, so I guess they've lost a couple and we've lost a couple, so hopefully it'll be a really good matchup tonight and hopefully open it up with a big bang and one in the W column.
Coach, let's go get them.
Thank you.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you.
Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
The first couple of weeks of practice gone, and is the team ready for game number one?
I don't think we're ever ready for game number one. I was awake at 4 o'clock this morning thinking about all the things that we haven't covered yet, but you know, it seems like every year you get less practices before the first game, but I mean, everybody's in the same boat, so you just line up and play.
What do you feel like you haven't gotten to yet?
We haven't done much with our presses, our press breaks. You know, our numbers are low, so it's even hard to get a good scrimmage in. You know, you got to get some full court stuff in. You can't just work on drills all the time. So we'll see. You know, we'll line up and see how it goes.
We're looking at the youth of your roster. Talk a little bit about how that maybe has hampered the start of the season, and maybe what you want to get done with this team.
Well, it may hamper it in some ways, but yet our sophomores and the one freshman that'll start, you know, they all played last year. So, you know, we were thinking we'd have a little more experience, but missing a couple of seniors that aren't here, you know, we'll be okay eventually. It's just got to get through the early part of the season.
I know you said you haven't had much time to work on your press break, but press seems always to be something that the Bigfork Huskies are known for, and trying to get up and down the floor. Still that attitude with these girls? Yeah,
that's what they like to do. You know, we've got to be a little bit careful. We've got to be smart with our falls, you know. And we're not in game shape yet. You know, a couple of weeks from now we'll be in a lot better shape than we are. Actually, after this week we will, because we start with 3 games. So.
And I heard those games are a little difficult this week.
Yeah, you know, tonight and then Cherry tomorrow night and Chisholm on Thursday. So yeah, it doesn't get any easier.
You better talk to the person who's scheduling those games for you and say, hey, come on.
Yeah, we've talked about it, and she said right now there's just nothing we can do. So,
what kind of game should we expect tonight?
I honestly don't know. You know, like I said, a lot of these kids have experience here. Even though they're sophomores, they still have a year or 2 under their belt playing at the varsity level. Sometimes we tend to have some bad habits in practice doing our drills because we're doing it against younger kids and they can do whatever they want. You know, we'll have to get over that. So it's hard to turn the switch and just play the games.
Coach, I appreciate the time. Good luck this season.
Thank you.
Plugged in, and as soon as I plug that in, then I'm going to get my echo. That's why I've got it. Oh, see, now it all adds up. See, we got it. We're working through a new setup here, folks, and so yeah, it sounds good to me. And I don't know, Dwayne's giving me the look, so I'm just going to keep talking because I can't see him in pain over there and not knowing what's going on. We're going to take another break here on the Hometown Hobby and Crafts pregame show. When we come back, we're going to give you the starting lineups. We'll have the national anthem, and we'll have the start of this game from the LBF Gymnasium as the Viking girls get ready to take on the Huskies from Bigfork. You're listening to it on Lakes Country 104.1 and rjbroadcasting.com, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
Let's get your
winter, summer, spring, or fall. Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
Here, we like to think time moves a little more slowly. We soak in clean, fresh, northern Minnesota air. We make time to pause, reflect, and find joy in the great outdoors. We share love and Minnesota kindness and spend time making giant memories with the ones we love. Memories sure to last a lifetime. Escape up north this season. Find your true north at Giants Ridge.
A message from CAPE, Koochiching Area Prevention and Education. Be present. Most Falls High students do not feel pressured to drink alcohol by their friends. We learn from the past, live in the present, and strive for the future. CAPE is working together to empower the communities within Coochin County through prevention, education, collaboration, and shared leadership to reduce alcohol and tobacco use among youth and young adults. Together, we are strong. This ad has been funded by Drug Free Communities grant funding.
The Propane Gas Association recommends that all gas systems should be routinely inspected every 5 years. Lakes Gas in the Falls can check your gas systems on a regular basis. A gas system safety inspection only takes 1 or 2 hours and includes a leak test as well as a visual inspection of all your gas appliances. Lakes Gas has a fall special on gas safety system inspections right now, so call Lakes Gas for an appointment today. Lakes Gas, your local propane company since 1959.
Trekking services, gravel products, excavating, cat work, and more. We can help you with your large project for your home or business. Call for a free consultation and estimate at 278-2. Good luck, Vikings, from James.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab,
Sports guidance. Rainy Lake Medical Center's Advanced Concussion Management Program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year from Rainy Lake Medical Center.
Hi, this is Chris Lasala, Vice President and Branch Manager of Border Bank. If you own a business, you know how important having the right banker is to the success of your business. At Border Bank, we are proud to have earned the reputation of caring for our customers' business as if they were our own. We're more than business bankers, we're partners, and our customer success is our ultimate goal. If your business could use that kind of attention, reach out to me to explore what business banking at Border Bank can do for you. We're Border Bank, partnering with Northern Minnesota businesses since 1935. Member FDIC.
Have you checked out Junkers at 421 Main Street?
This is Jennifer from Rainy River Veterinary Hospital with some tips to keep your pets safe, happy, and healthy during the autumn months. Hunting dogs should always wear blaze orange. Mouse and rat poisons can be fatal. Place them in places inaccessible to pets. Fall is also mushroom season. Some are highly toxic to dogs and may cause life-threatening problems. If you suspect your pet has ingested anything toxic, contact the Pet Poison Hotline or your veterinarian immediately. Have a safe and happy season from all of us at Rainy River Veterinary Hospital.
Testing 1 2, test 1 2. Hey, there we are. That's better. Well, like I say, folks, you just don't know what's going to happen on a daily basis here. We're almost ready for basketball here as we run through some issues with our USB thing that just exploded. The Vikings and Huskies are ready to go, and we'll get you the starting lineups here in a second. The ball is tipped out of bounds, and I think they're going to say, let's redo it. That's probably the easiest way to restart the season. I thought black hit it out, but they're going to say that the white hit it out somehow 3 seconds. So we've got all that. So the starting lineup here for the Littlefork Big Falls Vikings starting is number 0, Lydia Hepner, number 5, Megan Galusha, number 10, Marie Hanley, number 14, Cora Gustafson, and number 33, Lacey Eidman. They have the ball. Eidman has the ball near the top of the key. The Vikings going right to left across your radio dial. If you're listening to us, there's the three-pointer on the way by Gustafson, and it is good. And she gets the first point of the year, brought to you by Wimmers Towing, and we'll get through that read at the next dead ball. Here come the Huskies back the other way. Far side, Prado. Skip pass near side for Pearson. She dribbles baseline, pulls up with the jumper from 12 short. Rebound to Emily Wisco. She gets the bucket and the harm as we have our first foul of the year. It is going to be on number 10. That is Marie Hanley, her first. And going to the free throw line, looking to tie this basketball game. We're just underway, 35 seconds in. Free throw is up. It is no good. Eidman and Galusha battle for the rebound, and Galusha comes down with the basketball. So it's 3-2 on your Napa Auto Parts MPCA scoreboard. Gustafson goes far side for Galusha. Galusha, top of the key to Hepner. Hepner leaves it off for Gustafson, who resets the offense near the timeline. She goes to her right. Picked up there by Galusha. Galusha dribbles back near the top of the key where she leaves it for Hepner. Hepner goes back to Gustafson. Near steal. Gustafson puts up the jump shot. She's 2 for 2. She's got 5 points, and it's a 5-2 lead for the Vikings here early in the ball game. Near side. Right back on the old give and go play to Prado. Outside to Wiscow. There's a running layup for number 5, Cambry Pearson. She's got the bucket, and it's 5-4. Little pressure here from the Huskies as they got their 1-2-2 three-quarter court trap. Galusha dribbles into the middle, loses the handle on it. Hepner gives it right back to Galusha, who has it now. Back to Hepner on the left wing. Three-pointer on the way. That's too strong. Goes towards the far corner, and it's rebounded there by the Huskies, Eleanor Prado. We'll get you the Husky lineup here at the next dead ball, hopefully, and that Wimmer Reed. Near side, here's Pearson with a three-pointer on the way. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Cambry Pearson in the first lead for the Huskies at 7-5 as we approach 16 minutes left in the first half. Cora Gustafson tries to dribble through the press, and she will get the foul. Your starting lineup. Make sure I get the foul. That is going to be on number 3. That is Memphis Tendra. Number 5 is Cambry Pearson. She's a 9th grader. Eleanor Prado, she's a sophomore. Emily Wiscow is a sophomore, and number 13, Madeline Niemela, is a sophomore as well. Coming into the ballgame for the Vikings is Cadence Schmidbauer. Leaves it off for Hepner to Gustin in the corner. Galusha thought about the 3. She tries to dribble in, knocked away, picked away there by Wiscow. Here come the Huskies in transition. Tendra putting the pressure on the Viking defense. She loses the handle as she gets into the paint, kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way. That's off the back iron by Prado, and the Vikings come up with the rebound. This is Schmidbauer. She waits for everybody to clear through, and then she tries to get it off to Gustafson. That's going to be stolen away by Pearson, and there's going to be a foul on the Vikings here. Their second of the ball game. It's going to be on Cora Gustafson, her first team foul, number 2 here. Vikings in a 1-3-1 half-court defense here as the Huskies bring the ball in. Far side, this is Prado, and she traveled with it. So trailing 7-5 are the Vikings here. They're going to get a chance to tie it or take the lead here. First basketball game of the year. Well, I guess really the second one. I did a Muskie girls basketball game back in October, so I guess this is really basketball game number 2. Gustin into the front court, crosses over, leaves it for Galusha on the right wing. She's double teamed there, dribbles out of trouble, and then she traveled before she could clear herself. So 15-18 remaining here. It is 7-5 in favor of the Huskies. Wimmers brought you the first score of the game. Rob and Haley at Wimmers Towing of Littlefork want to thank everyone for the many years of business in the car repair field. Wimmers Towing remains your choice to call when your vehicle needs a lift. 218-278-4346. Huskies in the half court. Top of the key to Pearson. To the near side to Tendrup. She leaves it off there for Wiscow. Skip pass, and into the paint now with it is Tendrop. Maybe got away with a Pearson, but they say jump ball, not a travel. And on the alternating possession, it will stay with the Huskies. 14:59 remaining. Tendrop calls the play. She'll bring it in from the baseline from the near side of the bucket. Tendrop slaps the ball, gets the team in gear. She hits a cutting Niemela back outside. Tendrop puts the shot up, no good. Wiskow with the rebound over the back of a Viking player. Couldn't tell who it was. Huskies missed that putback, but get the rebound, and we're going to have a reach-in foul on the Vikings on that rebound. This is going to be on Cadence Schmidbauer, her first, team third. As we will have the ball now be taken in from the baseline on the far side of the floor. This is Prado to bring it in. She gets it to Tendrop, to Wiskow, back in the corner. Prado, three-pointer on the way, too strong. Rebound to Niemela, had that shot blocked by Hanley, and here come the Vikings in transition. Quickly up to Schmidbauer. She's going to try to go to the rack. She gets cut off there by Pearson. Three-pointer on the way by Gustafson. She comes up with an air ball, and here comes Bigfork down the far sideline quickly. Tendrop to Pearson at the top of the key. She's tripped up. Schmidbauer's going to just pick up her second foul, I believe, yes. Incidental, got her foot underneath the foot of Tendrop. So quickly 2 fouls here. 1-3-1 again, the half-court defense for the Vikings. Near side, Prado off the dribble to the elbow. Skip pass, far side. Three-pointer on the way by Tendrop. That's an air ball. Rebound to Gustafson. Quickly out to Schmidbauer. Schmidbauer comes into the front court, goes far side for Galusha. Tipped away by Tendrop, and it goes out of bounds, and it'll stay with the Vikings. Coach Greg Paul's made it pretty easy for me thus far. No subs for the Huskies. I guess just one by head coach Gary Chelgren for the Vikings. Ball comes in. Gustafson on the wing. Galusha in the corner on the far side of the floor. Again, the Vikings going right to left in this first half. Gustafson thought about the three, but they close quickly. Schmidbauer has her three-pointer blocked. Rebound tipped around. Comes to Hepner, who gets to Schmidbauer to Galusha on the far wing. She dribbles to the baseline, tipped out of bounds, and it will stay right here with the Vikings. 7-5 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Need a new battery? Score one tomorrow at Napa Auto Parts of International Falls. Hanley takes her first shot of the game from near the top of the key. That comes up off the rim. Rebound to the Huskies. Quickly in transition. Pearson inside to Wiskow. Kicked out to Prado. Back down to the block to Niemela. Back outside. That's a loose ball, and it's going to get kicked, I believe, by Tendrop out of bounds. Got to go back. That three-pointer by Gustafson was brought to you by Arrowhead Transit. 1-800-862-0175. Option 5 for a ride in the borderland area. To bring it in from the baseline, Galusha. Waiting, finally kicks it out to Gustafson near the three-point line. That was knocked away by the Bigfork Huskies and picked up by Hepner. To Gustafson, who dribbles around, and they're going to say she double dribbled. I didn't see it. Going to have to ask my cousin, because that's who he is over there. I'm going to have to ask him. I don't know what you're seeing over there, but Dwayne says there's no way that there was a double dribble there. We're going to get our first substitution for the Huskies. It's 8th grader Shea Hennessy who's going to come in. Dwayne and I were commenting on she might be the tallest player on the floor as an 8th grader in this ball game. She's got to be near 6 feet tall, 5'10" for sure. Here's dribbling is Tendrop. She's going to pull up with the three. The Vikings didn't come out and cover. That came up short. Gustafson the rebound. Baseball pass to Schmidbauer into the front court. She dribbles near the timeline, waits for everybody to get set up, now hands it off to Gustafson. 13-10 remaining in the first half. 7-5. Nobody scored here in a while. Ball tipped around. Tendrop comes up with the steal. She's got Pearson with her, but Tendrop's going to take it the distance, and she gets the layup to go. That one was almost too strong by Tendrop. Her first bucket of the year, and it's 9-5 now. Matter of fact, it's been over 3 minutes since either team scored. With a little contact, ball goes to the floor. Hepner picks it up, and we've got a foul called on the Huskies. It is going to be on Pearson, her first, team second. We've got a timeout brought to you by Poking Horns Hardware, Hank of Littlefork. When you stop at Poking Horns, you always get small town friendly service with a smile. We'll take 30 seconds. We'll be right back.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Okay, after the timeout called by the Vikings, we'll not take that 30-second timeout because it was a 30-second timeout and we didn't get things to take care of itself. All right, Schmidbauer to bring it in, gets it to Glusha. She comes into the front court, dribbles near the top of the key, goes to Hepner on the far wing. Galusha dribbles back into that same area. It's tipped away. She picks it up to Hepner. Gustafson, three-pointer on the way near the top of the key, just a bit short. Wiskow, the rebound, quickly up to Tendrup. She's behind the defense. She goes in. No foul called there, and the layup was no good. Hennessy came up with the rebound, but the officials say jump ball, and that means on the alternating possession, it is Viking basketball. Little pressure here with Tendrup at the top of it. Gustafson dribbles in front of her, tries to go long distance. That's a tough pass there with Wiskow standing in the way. Turnover. Huskies quickly come back. Tendrup being hounded by Schmidbauer. Wide open. Prado on the block. She puts it up, and it's in. Eleanor Prado has her first bucket, and it's 11-5. 12-16 here remaining in the first half. Vikings haven't scored in nearly 5 minutes. Schmidbauer has that one poked away by Prado. Wiskow, loose ball. Prado gets the return pass, dribbles in. They're going to call the block on Schmidbauer, and they're going to say on the floor, so not shooting. That is going to be the third foul on Caden Schmidbauer. 15th foul on the Vikings. So Lacey Eidman going to come back into the ball game. Also coming into the ball game is going to be number 13, Ellie Wendt. Coming out is going to be Marie Hanley and also Caden Schmidbauer with those 3 fouls. For the Huskies, coming back into the ball game, I believe, is going to be number 5, Pearson. Going to the bench is going to be Niemela. Three-pointer on the way from the corner from Tendrup. That's off the iron, no good. Rebound batted around, and Wendt will come up with the rebound on the far side of the floor. Leaves it off for Gustafson, who comes into the front court. Tendrup is all over her. Gustafson crosses over, goes into the lane, puts it up. No. Rebound batted around. Gustafson comes up with it. Put back is short. Wiskow the rebound. Tendrup gets the pass. Hepner tried to draw the foul, but the referees give him a little leeway there, and I think it was the right call. Pearson, three-pointer on the way. That rattled around the rim, won't go down. Eidman comes up with the rebound to Gustafson. Quickly to Galusha on the far side. Transition basketball for the Vikings as they get cut off in the corner. Galusha says, I'll put up the 3, and she's got it. That three-pointer brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175. Option 5 for a ride in the Borderland area. 11-8 is the lead. Pearson, another three-pointer from the near wing. This one rattles home her second of the ball game, and it's back to a 6-point lead at 14-8 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. And Coach Carrie Chelgren had to call a timeout because Megan Galusha's teammates had abandoned her. Nobody was there for her to throw the basketball in. This timeout is brought to you by Poking Horns Hardware, Hank of Littlefork. When you stop at Poking Horns, you always get small town friendly service with a smile. Let's see if we can get a 30-second timeout.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sports guidance. Rainy Lake Medical Center's Advanced Concussion Management Program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year from Rainy Lake Medical Center.
Gymnasium coming out of the timeout by LBF. Galusha, she's got a little help back here with there is Gustafson this time. The Huskies are going to drop out of their three-quarter court pressure, drop back into their 1-2-2 half court. Gustafson still gets met at the timeline. She dribbles to the right wing. Eidman at the top of the key. Eidman comes near side to Galusha. She dribbles. Crosses over to the left, goes towards the corner, gets double teamed as she picks up the dribble, and she's got to call travel or there's a foul. One of the two, and they call it travel. So she definitely dragged the pivot foot. Whether she was assisted along the way, I think is what Dwayne is trying to tell me over here. He's like, he'd be up stomping his foot on the floor would be Dwayne right now. Here come the Huskies in transition. Prado inside to Wiskow. She finally gets the handle on the ball, finds Hennessy on the backside on the block. Her shot won't go. Rebound batted around. Gustafson on the floor, throws it up to Hepner, who puts it back to Gustafson, and the Huskies drop back. Gustafson into the front court. Galusha in the right wing. Dribbles there. Skip pass near side. Hepner bobbled it, regains control. Pressure there by the Huskies, and they are going to call a jump ball. And I believe that will be a turnover here as the ball will go over to Bigfork. 10:03 remaining in the first half. 14-8. Bigfork leading the Littlefork Big Falls Viking girls basketball in the season opener for both teams on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Pearson into the front court. Prado, right wing. Back to Pearson at the top of the key. Hepner all over her. She dribbles right, and she carries the ball. So back-to-back turnovers. And I can see Coach Greg Powell's arms flailing over there like, that's not what we want you to do. Pass the ball. Don't be dribbling it around there. I think essentially is what that arm wave and whatever else he said was there. Gustafson dribbles into the front court. Went, gets it on the right side of the top of the key. Goes into Galusha on the right wing. She dribbles baseline. Leaves it for Hepner. Got away with a travel. I think she took 3 steps there. It was in the NBA. Galusha gets the ball back on the right wing. Double teamed, and they're going to call a foul on the Huskies. We'll see which one of the numbers ending in 3. It's going to be 23. It's going to be Hennessy. Her first. Team foul number 3. Coming back into the ball game is going to be Tendrup. She replaces Wiskow. Vikings bring it in from the far sideline. Galusha. Long pass to Hepner on the near wing. Hepner dribbles. Skip pass back to Galusha. 3-pointer on the way. That's just a bit short. Hepner bats it around, and it'll be Hennessy that will come down with the protected rebound as Prado corrals it. She comes into the front court, near side. This is Pearson. She dribbles baseline, gets cut off. Dribbles back to the wing. Vikings still, well, they changed to a 1-2-2 now, it looks like to me. Pearson, 3-pointer on the way, no foot on the line, says the official. That 2-pointer's no good. Rebound to the Huskies. Hennessy has it, and they're going to call a hold, I believe, on Lacey Eidman on the floor. Let's see if that's, it is 33. Eidman picks up her first. I have it as team foul number 6. Scoreboard only has it as 5. Ready to bring it in is Tendrup. Slaps the ball, gets the team in motion. Nimala gets herself good position, then tips it back out to Tendrup. She dribbles to the wing, inside to Pearson. Pearson puts up the short little one. Won't go as it rolled right across the rim. Gustafson comes up with the rebound for the Vikings. She quickly goes up the far side. Galusha catches it on the right wing. She dribbles baseline, gets past Hennessy, or did she step? She stepped on the line, says the official, as Hennessy got that foot close or onto the baseline, just like you're supposed to. Don't give that offensive player a chance. 8:35 remaining in the first half, 14-8 in favor of the Huskies over the Vikings in girls basketball. 3-pointer on the way by Prado, and nothing but the bottom of the net as she comes up with her first 3-pointer of the ball game. 17-8 with 8:25 remaining. Had been over 3 minutes since we had any points scored. We're going to have a reach-in on Cambry Pearson, her second, team foul number 4. Sub coming in, this is going to be Marie Hanley. She is going to replace Lacey Eidman. Gustafson ready to bring it in on the near sideline, right in front of the scorer's bench. She gets the return pass from Hepner. Go to Galusha on the left corner. She dribbles out of trouble. Tries to go inside to Hanley. She catches on the far block, up off the glass, and good. And Marie Hanley has her first bucket, her first points as a Viking. It's 17-10. Huskies quickly come down the floor. Prado give and go there. That pass back inside was knocked away. It's on the floor. It's a jump ball, and it goes to the Vikings on the alternating possession. Gustafson ready to bring it in. Now, some pressure here from the Huskies. They're going to go back to that 3-quarter court, half-court trap. Galusha gets herself into trouble, and there's going to be a reach-in on the Huskies. It's going to be on number 5. That is Cambry Pearson's third foul. And Coach Greg Powell quickly up, getting Wiskow back into the ball game. Pearson has 8 points on the brand new wings on the scoreboard here at the Littlefork Big Falls Gymnasium. Oh, I love it. Can look up there, see how many points and what everybody's got. Ball comes in. Huskies back up, not pressuring the ball out, now saying, okay, we've got a 7-point lead. You figure something out here, LBF. Hepner, near side, Gustafson, quickly pressured by Niemela. Pass outside, Tendrup is going to steal that. She's going to take a race to the basket with Hepner. Hepner is going to get the block and out of bounds to the Huskies. Good job there by Hepner to stay in the play and come up with the block on that shot by Tendrup. Tendrup will bring it in from the baseline. Timeout by Greg Powell. We'll take it with him. You're listening with the score. Bigfork 17, Littlefork Big Falls 10. You're listening to Viking girls basketball on Lace Country 104.1 and online at rjbroadcasting.com.
Living here in northern Minnesota, we embrace all 4 seasons, and the cooler weather brings out the cooler toys. What's next on your wish list? A snowmobile, fish house, snowblower, new plow for the truck or wheeler? Say yes to winter fun and I'll help you finance it. Call today and make an appointment with me, Chelsea Melander, consumer lender at TrueStar. Can't make it in during business hours? That's okay. Apply on your own time or on the mobile app or online at TrueStarFCU.com. Brighter banking at TrueStar Federal Credit Union. Federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
When you stop at Poking Horns, what do you get? Small town friendly service. With a smile as we come out of the timeout called by the Huskies. It was a 30-second timeout. In case you're keeping track at home, the Vikings have called 2 timeouts and the Huskies 1. Huskies are bringing in from the baseline. Prado right underneath the basket. Catching it there was Wiskow, and then she is hammered underneath. Foul is on number 14, Cora Gustafson. Her second, they're going to say not in the act of shooting. Prado will now bring it in from the 1-1. No, yes, even though the scoreboard, they only had 6, it was 7. He's correct. So it'll be 1-1 here for Wiskow. Emily. And it is Emma Lee. So I'm not trying to say Emily, although Coach Paul kind of said it as Emily. First free throw is short. Rebound knocked around. Hennessy comes up with it for the Huskies. She tries to throw it out to Wiskow, and that's knocked out of bounds by Lydia Hepner. So it will stay with the Huskies. 17-10, the score in favor of Bigfork. I got to remember to say the score more often in basketball than I'm used to, folks. I'll get through it. Tendrup, the one-handed runner, won't go. Rebound. Batted around and finally hacked out of the hands of Niemela. And coming up with it is going to be the Vikings. Galusha, ooh, Guston got away with a carry there, no doubt about it. Hand off to Galusha. Dribble near the top of the key against the 1-2-2 of Bigfork. Top of the key to Hanley. Hanley leaves it out for Gustafson. She'll dribble. Now loses it. Far side for Ellie Wendt. Wendt dribbles, leaves it to Galusha on the corner. Three-pointer on the way, a bit strong. Wiskow the rebound off to Prado. Under 7 now remaining in the first half. 7-point lead for the Bigfork Huskies. Far side, this is Tendrup. That three-pointer is going up, and it's going in. Her first of the ball game, and it's 20. Got to be able to read my writing, folks. 20-10. Here comes that three-quarter court pressure. Gustafson all by herself up here trying to get through it, and Hennessy is going to get called for the block. Her second team foul, number 6 on the Huskies, so the Vikings will be shooting 1-1 following the next foul here. Gustafson will bring it in on the near sideline. I don't think against a 1-2-2 half-court trap, three-quarter court trap that you can have four ladies standing down on the baseline. That's not going to work too well. Wendt dribbles to the top of the key to Gustafson. Gustafson patiently waiting. Tendrup kind of giving her a look. And the referee says she palmed the ball. Carried it. Didn't see it. She kind of had the basketball hidden, but it's a turnover here on the Vikings. 6:17 remaining. Tendrup will bring it in from the far sideline. Prado to bring it into the front court. She looks over at Coach. Coach calls the play. Far side to Tendrup. Huskies going left to right in this first half. Hennessy in the corner, hounded by Galusha to Tendrup. She dribbles into the paint. Runner with the one leg up, and she gets it and maybe stepped on a foot. She nails the shot. She's got 7 in the ball game, and now it's 22-10 here with 6 minutes remaining in the first half. Galusha into the front court. Galusha try to throw it inside. Tendrup knocked that down. Galusha gets to it. She's on her knees. Got to try to get it through 2 defensive players. Hennessy comes up with the steal. Quickly to Wiskow. Wiskow to Tendrup. She dribbles into the corner. Nobody guards her. She says, I'm shooting it, and she's draining it. That's beautiful shot right there. That's nothing but the bottom of the net, and that makes it a 15-point lead for the Huskies at 25-10. Cannot leave number 3 open. She's going to shoot every time she's left that open, and she should. Gustafson dribbles right, dribbles left, leaves it for Hepner. Hepner dribbles near the top of the key against the 2. Tried Hepner, she goes up. Oh, underneath the rim. Again, Hepner coming up with the good defense and no foul call. Wendt gets the rebound, and then Hennessy. She reaches in. The 8th grader picks up her 3rd foul, and that is going to be the 17th foul. So 1-1 coming up here for the Vikings. And we'll see if this will be the first free throw of the year, and it belongs to Ellie Wendt, the 9th grader. So we'll get everybody straightened away here. Stay tuned for the Beyond Aesthetics halftime show coming up. We'll get you caught up with all the scores and what's going on our radio broadcast coming up here. Free throw on the way by Wendt, a bit strong. Rebound to Galusha, back right to Wendt. Her jump shot is blocked, and no, the referee says a foul. And Tendrup is going to pick up her second foul, and so going right back to the line is going to be Ellie Wendt. This time she's going to get to shoot 2. Michaela Goggle-Eye is going to come in, the 9th grader for the Bigfork Huskies. The coaches are trying to tell her, sit down so everybody can see what's happening. And so the first free throw is not good by Wendt. Here comes Goggle-Eye. Coming out of the ball game will be Hennessy, the 8th grader, with those 3 fouls. And Coach Powell wants a full timeout. We're going to take a full timeout as well with the score. Bigfork 25, Littlefork Big Falls 10. You're listening to high school girls basketball on Lakes Country 104.1 and rjbroadcasting.com. And you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
The national.
I'm dreaming of a world where the crack of a bat is not just a hobby, but a lifestyle. Where I can build upon long traditions from the ground up. I want to work in an industry where all people can make their own field of dreams become reality. I'm going to elevate the world of sports someday.
Hi, this is Chris Lassila, Vice President and Branch Manager of Border Bank. If you own a business, you know how important having the right banker is to the success of your business. At Border Bank, we are proud to have earned the reputation of caring for our customers' business as if they were our own. We're more than business bankers, we're partners, and our customer success is our ultimate goal. If your business could use that kind of attention, reach out to me to explore what business banking at Border Bank can do for you. We're Border Bank, partnering with Northern Minnesota businesses since 1935. Member FDIC.
Poking Horns, you always get small town friendly service with a smile. So both teams have used 2 timeouts here in the first half, and ready to shoot her second of 2 free throws is Ellie Wendt. It is on the way, and it goes all the way around, won't go down. Niemela the rebound for the Huskies. 5 minutes exactly remaining in this first half. 15-point lead for Bigfork at 25-10. Prado on the near wing. Back outside to Tendrup. Tendrup dribbles, gets into the lane. The runner with the one leg up. It goes all the way around, hit the backboard and everything else, and it still goes down. She's got a dozen points, does Memphis Tendrup, and it's 27-10. LBF into the front court. Gustafson dribbles towards the top of the key, now backs up. Now dribbles back into the paint, picks it up, leaves it outside to Wendt. Wendt takes one dribble, gets it to Hepner on the near side. Tipped away by Tendrup. Another steal for Memphis Tendrup. She goes far side to Niemela, who catches, puts it up off the glass, and that's how you're supposed to do it, Madeline Niemela, up off the glass when you're that close, and it's 29-10 in favor of the Huskies. 4:10 remaining here. Gustafson just across the timeline, get a double screen. Dribbles right, leaves it off for Galusha. Galusha dribbles near the right wing. Tries to get inside, stops, and she traveled. And one of the things that Megan likes to do just before she's going to jump, she takes a little timing hop with both feet, a double foot hop. Out comes Hepner, and into the ball game comes Caden Schmidbauer. Here come the Huskies into the front court with under 4 minutes remaining. 19-point lead. Niemela skip past the Prado on the near wing. Tendrup, top of the key, guarded by Wendt. She dribbles to the free throw line, puts up the shot, won't go. And over the back is going to be Niemela, and Galusha is going to head to the free throw line on the opposite end of the floor. Make sure that we get the right foul call. 13, yep, that's Niemela's first. And again, Galusha with 3 points so far in this ball game. She'll go looking for numbers 4 and 5 here. She gets the ball from the official. Again, stay tuned for the Beyond Aesthetics halftime report. Free throws a little strong. Niemela had the rebound. Coming in was Hanley, knocked it out of her hands, and they say Bigfork basketball. So the Huskies will look to get it out to a 20-point plus lead here possibly on this possession. Prado dribbles into the front court as Tendrup runs to the near wing. Tendrup catches it there. Inside to Wiskow. She pivots, gets double teamed, kicks it out to Tendrup. She dribbles past the ensuing rushing defender. Shot's no good. Rebound by the Vikings. Up to Wendt. Wendt in lots of traffic. Back outside to Schmidbauer. Schmidbauer definitely got away with a travel there as Gustafson picks up the loose ball. She dribbles into the paint. Stops. Needs to go somewhere. She falls to the floor, and that's going to be a traveling call. So she got double teamed. You got to give Bigfork credit here right now. When somebody sneaks through, they're trapping everybody, trying to make it very confusing, very rushed for the Vikings. And the Vikings just have to try to handle that pressure a little bit better. Tendrup into the front court to Pareto on the near wing. Back to Tendrup near the 10-foot volleyball line. Far side to Neal on the wing. Back to Pareto. Quickly closing there with Schmidbauer. Wiskow catches it at the elbow. Top of the key. Tendrup shocked she didn't put up that three-point shot. Thought she was open. Wiskow catches it back on the block. Out to Pareto. Cutting into the lane is Tendrup. That's the shot that she likes, that runner. In the paint, she gets it to go. It's 31-10. She's got 14 of the 31 for the Bigfork Huskies with 2:35 remaining here in half number one. Gustafson dribbles near the 10-foot volleyball line. Catching it at the top of the key is Hanley. Hanley leaves it for Schmidbauer. To Gustafson on the far wing. Schmidbauer dribbling. Looks like a man-to-man here now by the Huskies as they work, I think, a little bit of defense here early in the season, as this is the season opener for both teams. Wen dribbles in, knocked away on the floor. 3 or 4 players all have a hand on it. They call jump ball. It means it's going over to the Bigfork Huskies. So this game was 5-4 in favor of the, it was 5-2 actually in favor of the Vikings as they made their first 2 shots of the year. Since then, it's a 29-5 run for Bigfork. Under 2 minutes we go. Pareto, near side for Tendrup. Tendrup, one dribble, leaves it for Pareto near the timeline. Back to Tendrup. She dribbles baseline, gets cut off. Little pick and roll there by Wiskow. That's done very nicely by Wiskow, the sophomore. She'll head to the free throw line to shoot a pair. She's 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Lydia Hepner is going to come back into the ball game after the first free throw. And it was 4 who picked up the foul. So that was Schmidbauer, as head coach Gary Chelgren took a chance putting Schmidbauer back in with those 3 fouls. She just picked up number 4. Wiskow first free throw here is good. So she's now 1 for 3. Makes the lead 32-10. Now Hepner officially into the ball game. 1:49 remaining here. Wiskow, free throw up, free throw good. 33-10 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Need a new battery? Score one tomorrow at Napa Auto Parts of International Falls. Gustafson dribbles into the front court, hands it off to Galusha. To Wendt at the top of the key. She dribbles towards the elbow, stops, leaves it for Gustafson. Inside it goes to Galusha. Her shot blocked by Wiskow. Tendrup, the rebound. She's quickly up the far sideline. Gets cut off by Galusha. Looks into the corner to Pareto. Back to Tendrup. Inside it goes to Wiskow. Wide open. Niemela cutting down the backside, and that's just beautiful basketball by the Huskies as they make it 34-10. Get the defense to overplay to the post player. She turns, pivots, looks for her post partner. Oh, that's awesome. Gustafson, top of the key, to Hepner. Leaves it for Wendt on the right wing. 1:05 remaining in the first half. To Galusha. Galusha dribbles to the free throw line. Stops. Ooh, got away with the travel. The hand was coming up. I thought the whistle was going to blow it too. Gustafson, 12-foot jumper, no good. Tendrup, another rebound. Here she comes quickly down the near sideline. Looks for Wiskow on the backside, over the top of everybody. She catches it. Knocked away by Hepner, but saved right to Wiskow, to Tendrup. She'll dribble an easy bucket there for Tendrup. She's got 16 of the 36 for the Huskies, and with 35 seconds left, it's 36-10. 37 it says on the scoreboard. Did I miss something? I'm going to have to go back and look here. He's got it as 37, so yes, I obviously missed something because I can't read my writing, that's why. Steal, transition basketball. Tendrup misses the layup. She puts her hands on both sides of her head like, are you kidding me? Here comes Galusha in transition. She dribbles in the right corner. 10 seconds to go. Wendt thought about the three-pointer. Back to Galusha. She dribbles baseline. She's cut off there by Pareto. To Gustafson. Three-pointer on the way. That's an air ball. Will land out of bounds as the buzzer goes off. And that is going to be your halftime score. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the Beyond Aesthetics halftime show. You are listening to Littlefork Big Falls Viking Girls Basketball on Lakes Country 104.1 and rjbroadcasting.com. And you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
Living here.
Coke knows there's nothing better than the beat of the summer. From low key to hyped up. So we're helping you and your friends drink it all in with 100 days of artist experiences, tracks, and concerts with the best names in music, all at Coke Studio. Drink, scan, and enjoy your Coke so you never miss out on the amazing offers we're dropping this summer. Okay, not gonna lie, that was pretty good.
I'm dreaming of a world where thinkers and doers collide, where technology creates pathways for new opportunities and ideas. I want to ask questions and shape the answers that lead to real and meaningful advancements in this digital era. I'm going to innovate the world someday.
From all of us at Enbridge, thank you.
Thank you. Miigwech, and thank you for working on Line 3 replacement.
Thank you to everyone who supported this project.
Construction is complete on a new and safer pipeline that will deliver the North American energy that we all rely on every day. And it's done thanks to the support and hard work of thousands of people. I'm grateful for every single voice of support and every hour of labor put into this project. Thank you.
Winter, summer, spring, or fall, Falls International Airport has you covered for your vacations. Whether you're looking to head to a big city or a sandy beach, Falls International Airport can help you make your connection to anywhere. With a modern terminal, free parking, free Wi-Fi, shorter lines, easy baggage claim, and more, you'll be happy you booked your flight out of Falls International Airport. To schedule your vacation getaway or for more information, log on at internationalfallsairport.com.
Here, we like to think time moves a little more slowly. We soak in clean, fresh, northern Minnesota air. We make time to pause, reflect, and find joy in the great outdoors. We share love and Minnesota kindness and spend time making giant memories with the ones we love. Memories sure to last a lifetime. Escape up north this season. Find your true north at Giants Ridge.
A message from CAPE, Couchiching Area Prevention and Education. Be present. Most Falls High students do not feel pressured to drink alcohol by their friends. We learn from the past, live in the present, and strive for the future. CAPE is working together to empower the communities within Couchiching County through prevention, education, collaboration, and shared leadership to reduce alcohol and tobacco use among youth and young adults. Together, we are strong. This ad has been funded by Drug Free Communities grant funding.
End the half, so approximately about 8 minutes that run took place. Again, the 20-0 run for the Huskies. That was it was 17-10 at that point, and now 37-10. The halftime show is brought to you by Beyond Aesthetics at 3426 County Road 21. It is your place to go to give yourself a pampering hour or a pampering day. Call Beyond Aesthetics at 218-540-0149 or go to beyondaestheticsdayspa.com to make an appointment or to find out what they can do for you. Hey, you know, it's that time of the year. Maybe you need to get in and maybe you need to get those nails done. Maybe you need a facial. Maybe you need to do some tanning because you want to. Maybe you're heading someplace warm and you need to get started on that tan. They got it all out there for you at Beyond Aesthetics. This game was it was interesting through the first let's call it. Well, first 4 minutes, let's go back the first 2 minutes, as it was 7-5. Then things kind of slowed down. There was a 3-minute gap in between points there as the Huskies finally broke it away from that 7-5 lead, and then they slowly crept out. The Vikings kept right there, and again, it was 17-10 with right around 8 minutes left, but that 20-0 run just made things happen, and of course, Dwayne just said to me, some of it was self-inflicted, with the traveling calls, with the carry of the ball calls. Sometimes maybe getting a little impatient. Gary Chelgren and I mentioned to him with the new scoreboards up here at the LBF Gymnasium that they also have the shot clocks up. And I kind of chuckled at him. I said, well, there was, a waste of how many thousands of dollars in my mind, because why do we need a shot clock in high school basketball? No team takes 30 seconds to run a half-court set. By the time they get the ball down the floor, they don't wait 30 seconds. There's been no no possession in this game for these two teams that's even been remotely close to 30 seconds. Maybe 20. Anyway, you're getting me on my soapbox, folks. Next year, shot clocks become official in the state of Minnesota. They'll be at every game. And if you go to a basketball game this year, especially with the bigger schools, you're definitely going to see the shot clock because you can do it this year as long as both teams agree to it. So you could see some games with the shot clocks this year. I don't know if International Falls has theirs in, but I obviously for next year, they are going to have to be in, and it would be great to have those in to get some people some practice running the shot clock. You might say, well, anybody can run the shot clock. Okay, get signed up. Come down here at the LBF Gymnasium or to the Falls Gymnasium or wherever you're listening to us. It's harder than you think that it is. Well, I just got to hit the button. No, you got to hold the button until the ball is possessed, and all these. I mean, it's something that you got to work through. So, if you're interested, you should take care of that. You're listening to the Beyond Aesthetics halftime show. We're going to take a break. We'll come back with the stats and more from the LBF Gymnasium. Your halftime score: Bigfork 37, Littlefork Big Falls 10. You're listening to high school girls basketball on Lace Country 104.1, rjbroadcasting.com, and you're watching it on yourliveevent.com.
High school fans, falling and getting up is one of many lessons students learn when they participate in high school activities. It takes courage to show up and perform knowing that mistakes will occur. A missed shot, a bad pass. Mistakes are part of the game. Teaching young people is a valuable lesson in picking themselves up and starting over again. This message has been brought to you by the Minnesota State High School League.
And we're back with breaking news. The new Coke Zero Sugar might be the best Coke ever.
That's right, Jim. With an improved taste and 0 calories, make sure... Jim.
Ooh, yes, this tastes like the best Coke ever to me.
We're on the air.
I need to try it first.
With zero sugar and now even more delicious, it's the new Coca-Cola Zero Sugar, the best Coke ever. Find out for yourself.
This is Jennifer from Rainy River Veterinary Hospital with some tips to keep your pet safe, happy, and healthy during the autumn months. Hunting dogs should always wear blaze orange vests, making them visual to other hunters, and make sure your pet is current on vaccinations. Mouse and rat poisons can be fatal. Place them in places inaccessible to pets. Fall is also mushroom season. Some are highly toxic to dogs and may cause life-threatening problems. If you suspect your pet has ingested anything toxic, contact the Pet Poison Hotline or your veterinarian immediately. Have a safe and happy season from all of us at Rainy River Veterinary Hospital.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Let's get your last-minute home improvements done before the cold settles in and put your mind at ease. A home equity line of credit can be a great tool for financing those home improvements. At TrueStar Federal Credit Union, we want what is best for you and your family. Let's talk about your options. Schedule an appointment with me, Brady Jelly, real estate lender, and we can see if a home equity line of credit is the best choice for you. TrueStar, where banking is brighter. Equal housing lender, federally insured by NCUA. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
All right, well, you've been proved wrong, Tim. Who knows what's going on? I told Dwayne earlier that, hey, the crowd mic's not working. He goes, why not? I'm going, well, let's test it when we come back out of the commercial. Guess what? It works just fine. I don't know, folks. I'm about ready to just pack up tonight and say whatever I think could work is not, yeah. It's time for your halftime stats. Let's take a look at the home team, the Vikings leading the way. Cora Gustafson with 5 points. She's got a three-pointer. She had those 5 points in the first couple of minutes of this first half. Megan Galusha's got a three-pointer, and Marie Hanley's got 2 points. Those are your 10 points there. 2 3-pointers made by the Vikings in the first half. The Vikings were 0 for 4 from the free throw line. For the Bigfork Huskies, leading the way was Memphis Tendrup. She had 16, 8 for Cambry Pearson, 5 for Eleanor Pradle, 4 each for Emily Wiskow and Madeline Niemela. 2 for 4 were the Huskies at the free throw line, and all of those by Emily Wiskow. So there's your first half stats. And you've been listening to the Beyond Aesthetics halftime show. Beyond Aesthetics at 3426 County Road 21 is your place to go to give yourself a pampering hour or day. Call Beyond Aesthetics at 218-540-0149 or go to beyondaestheticsdayspa.com to make an appointment or to find out what they can do for you. They are open Monday through Friday from 8 to 5 p.m. Well, the clock just hit 000, and the team is not back on the floor for the LBF Vikings. This is, can I say, punishable by a technical? Oh, here the door comes flying open. If you're not back on the floor in a certain amount of time, yeah. And I know somebody is supposed to go in and tell the officials and the coaches that there are 3 minutes left. I don't know if that got done, so maybe a little leeway there today as we work through the first game of the year. The Vikings are right back at home here on Friday, and I'm going to double check my phone because I don't want to be wrong. Would be going off the top of my head on who they are playing on Friday. But as I look at it, it is going to be versus Deer River right back here. So at approximately 7 o'clock. And we've got 3 officials. We've got 9 players for the Vikings. We're waiting for a 10th to come out of the locker room. And Coach Gary Chelgren says, we can't wait. And here comes Ellie Went. She will get the start here. And I'm trying to figure out, let me look out on the floor who's missing. It's Cora Gustafson, who's not out on the floor for the Vikings. Otherwise, it is the starting lineup. Hanley gets the inbounds pass from Hepner. Hepner leaves it for Went near the top of the key. Went goes far side for Galusha, tipped away. Too many coaches and officials standing in the way. I wish I could tell you what's going on. Galusha now has the ball. Went top of the key. Went dribbles near side, loses her dribble. Hanley top of the key. She turns, thought about the three-pointer, goes to Galusha on the left wing. She dribbles it off of a foot, and saving it was Niemela before it went out of bounds. Tendrup now quickly up the far sideline to Pearson. In transition, up off the glass, too strong. Pearson gets her own rebound. She's going to go to the free throw line after she was fouled by Hanley. Her second, team foul number 1 here in the second half. Pearson, who had 8 points in the first half. We'll look for 9 and 10 coming up here. And the first free throw is not good. Here comes Cora Gustafson back into the ball game. She will replace Ellie Went. 33 seconds in. Pearson, second free throw is up, also too strong. Rebound to Lacey Eidman. Gustafson's going to dribble up the floor. Comes across the timeline. Looks right, then goes back left to Hanley, who came from the baseline to get the ball near the 10-foot volleyball line. Eidman on the wing. She's guarded by Prado. Back to Galusha. Galusha just hangs on to it before it goes out of bounds. Gets a big smile on her face. Hepner, ball near the top of the key. She dribbles to the wing. Tried to leave it out for Gustafson, and they got to call the travel on that. Too many steps. If she'd have gotten rid of the ball, I think the officials were going to let it go, but not to be. 16:56 remaining here in the second half. 37-10 is the score on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Need a new battery? Score one tomorrow at Napa Auto Parts of International Falls. Pearson dribbles into the paint, leaves it outside for Prado. Wiskow thought that Tendrup was coming in behind her, but Tendrup ran down the loose ball nonetheless. Prado, top of the key. Nobody's guarding her as the Vikings have changed from their 1-3-1 to looks like a, well, I think they're playing a box and one, folks, as they got one on Tendrup and they got a box. So Prado says, all right, I'll shoot the 3. It's an air ball, and it will go over to the Vikings. I had to kind of get used to what was going on there as Galusha kind of, maybe it's a diamond in one, box in one. So they got one person on Tendrup and playing zone with the other 4 players. Quickly, Gustafson into the front court. Now she retreats back towards the timeline. Goes to Eidman near the 10-foot volleyball line, center of the floor. Far side to Hepner. Hepner back near side to Galusha on the right wing as the Vikings go left to right across your radio dial. Wiskow reaches up there with all that height and all that reach and knocks that ball out of bounds over the top of the head of Galusha without creating a foul. Gustafson brings it into Galusha. She spins, leaves it for Gustafson. She's guarded by Prado. She dribbles out towards the timeline. Hanley gets it. Top of the key. Comes to Eidman. Eidman looks. Comes to Gustafson on the near wing. She tries to split through 2 Husky players. Tipped away. Niemela gets the loose ball. Transition basketball. Here comes Prado. Left-handed layup. Left it a bit short. Tendrup gets the rebound. Dribbles out. Top of the key. Pearson dribbles in. Avoids some defense. Moves to the right wing. Misses that off the board, but Wisco cleans it up and lays it in. She's got 6 points. That's the first points of the second half. It took 2.5 minutes into the second half for that to happen, and it's 39-10. Galusha comes to Eidman in the near corner. She's double teamed, trapped right there, looking for some help. And we're going to get a held ball, and alternating position says Bigfork Huskies. So if you're going to catch the ball in the corner, that's right where the Huskies want you to go so that they can double team you. You better catch it, and you better have someplace to go with it in a hurry if you're going to catch it there. Tendrup to Pearson on the right wing. She takes a couple dribbles, finds Wisco. Open at the elbow, her jumper no good. I guess her set shot really. Prado comes up with the rebound to Pearson. Pearson leaves it outside to Prado. Free throw line to Wisco. To Tendrup as she cuts towards the top of the key. As she battles through that box and one here with Hepner doing the guarding of Tendrup. Inside it goes to Niemela. Cutting to the bucket is Pearson up off the glass and good. The freshman is into double digits and it's 41-10 with 14:42 remaining here in half number 2. Vikings walk it across the timeline. Gonna get a double screen here. That gets rid of Pearson. Gustafson gets to the top of the key, shoots the three, it hits the back iron, goes high, tipped around, Tendrup comes up with it. Could be a 3-on-0 here for the Huskies. And going up with it was Tendrup as she just got past Galusha enough to get that up. She's got 18, and it's 43-10 now in favor of Bigfork with 14:15 remaining. Hepner, three-pointer, that rattled around, won't go down. Rebound, batted around, Niemela comes down. 2 Viking players on the floor. That's gonna be a 4-on-2 for the Huskies. They are in transition and a foul by Galusha. Her first team foul number 2 in this half for the Vikings. Going to the free throw line is going to be Pearson. Coming in after the first free throw is going to be Miley Davis, the freshman for the Vikings. First free throw is perfect by Cambry. Pearson. 44-10 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Coming out is going to be Marie Hanley. Miley Davis, I believe, played both halves in the JV game, so she can only play one half here in the in the JV game, or in the varsity game. Wow, got myself all rattled after that free throw miss, that air ball from the Vikings. Pearson, so she's 1 for 4 from the free throw line in the game. Gustafson, top of the key. Come near side to Hepner. Off to Davis. Davis dribbles towards the baseline. She gets cut off there. Got to get out of there. Try to go inside. Wisco, a 6-footer, takes that one away, but taking right back from her was Davis. Davis dribbling on the right wing. Wisco says, "You don't do that to me." She comes back, steals the ball. She dribbles the ball in transition, leaves it for a cutting Prado to the bucket. She lays it in. She's got her first points of the second half, and it's 46-10 with 13:22 remaining. Galusha comes across the timeline. Hits a cutting Gustafson into the paint. Tried to go back outside, tipped away. Gustafson comes up with the loose ball. Galusha, top of the key. She dribbles down the side of the lane, stops, pops. Left it just a little bit short. Wisco the rebound. Quickly up to Tendrup. 2-on-2. She comes along with Pearson. She gets past Galusha, puts the shot up, and it goes. Holy cow. Memphis, Tendrup with the impossible shot there as it goes in. She's got 20, going to look for 21 on the free throw. Coming into the ballgame, couple of subs. Aspen Watson, the 8th grader, going to come in for Lydia Hepner. For the Huskies, it's going to be the 8th grader, Shay Hennessy. She's going to replace Eleanor Prado. Looking to complete the three-point play is Tendrup. She left that short. Rebound, Aspen Watson. She dribbles up the floor. Takes it into the front court. She dribbles against Tendrup. Leaves it for Galusha. Galusha, top of the key, Gustafson. Three-pointer on the way. Got it. She's got 8 in the ball game. And that three-pointer brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175, option 5 for a ride in the Borderland area. Wisco at the elbow to Tendrup, top of the key. Tendrup waiting for some pressure as they brought Hepner out, so now they're back into the full zone here. Pearson on the run, won't go. Niemela the rebound. Her shot won't go. She gets her rebound. Tendrup puts up the 2-pointer from near the top of the key, won't go. Hennessy the rebound, and as she tried to rip that ball through some contact, she falls to the floor, and the official says that's a travel. He's correct. 48-13 on your Napa Auto Parts and PCA scoreboard. Need a new battery? Score one tomorrow at Napa Auto Parts of International Falls. Into Davis. Davis dribbles into the front court. She's guarded by Wisco. to Gustafson. Cora turns, fires it down to the block, and vacating there was Watson. Hennessy, the easy steal. Up to Tendrup. She lays the layup up off the glass and got it for 22 points in the ball game. And a half a century here now for the Huskies as they lead it 50-13 as we go under 12 minutes remaining. Galusha to the elbow, leaves it off for Eidman. Her shot goes up. Oh my goodness. How does that not go down? I think it hit the rim 4 times. Bigfork the rebound. Tendrup, transition. Waits, leaves it for Hennessy. Reward the big girl for coming all the way down the floor with you as Hennessy picks up her first points. And it's 52-13 with 11:38 to go. Gustafson into the front court. Guarded by Tendrup to Eidman. Eidman pivots, looks, waits, brings it to Davis on the near side. Vikings going left to right in this second half. Davis lost her dribble. Wisco seals that pass as Davis tried to go over the top, and Wisco tried to lay on the brakes and go to Tendrup, but she travels. We'll get Lydia Hepner coming back into the ball game. She replaces Aspen Watson. Aspen walks off the floor and says, I've got no clue what's going on out there. Well, probably haven't practiced with the varsity much. That will come. Wisco comes out of the game. Back in comes Prado. Gustafson ready to bring it in from the near sideline. Hepner comes over, gets possession, skip past the Galusha on the far side. Three-pointer going up. Three-pointer hitting the front rim. I was about ready to say it was going down because I thought it was perfect. Eidman battling Hennessy, and they're going to call a jump ball, and I believe that will stay with the Vikings. 11:04 remaining. Right now it's a 39-point lead, so once we get under the 9-minute barrier, that means we would go to running time here. Stay tuned for the Delac Logging post-game show. Here's a steal by Tendrup on the inbounds pass. Vikings hustle back. Oh, good pass there by Tendrup up over the top of the Vikings defense. Hennessy catches, shoots, fouled. It will be on Galusha, her second. Team foul number 4. We're 7 minutes into the second half. The Huskies have no fouls. Heading to the free throw line is Shea Hennessy, the 8th grader. First free throw on the way. Air ball. All 4 teammates come over, give her a tap on the back, say, hey, that's all right. Got to be your first varsity game, I got to believe, as an 8th grader. Nerve-wracking. Second free throw, she got across the line. So that wiped that away. And I thought maybe she had stepped on the line on the first one. She kind of shoots a little baby jumper. And I think she knew that it was going to hit the rim. She wanted to crash the boards. Here come the Vikings. Coach Gary Chelgren grabbing the clipboard. He's going to go down and do some coaching with Aspen Watson. I thought he was going to call a timeout. Eidman near the top of the key. Tried to pass that off to Galusha. That's an easy steal for Tendrup. She's into the clear, puts up the layup, and she's got 24 points in the ballgame. 54-13, 10.5 minutes remaining. Gustafson slowly brings the ball up the floor. Bigfork has gone to a man-to-man here completely now. I wasn't sure a couple of minutes ago, but you can see they're working on it right now. And we've got an illegal screen on Megan Galusha. So she had no fouls in the first half. She's got 3 here in the second half. Tried to come up and set a screen so Hepner could dribble that ball. She came up and just gave a good body check. Would have been good in hockey. Pearson, top of the key, near side to Prado. Back to Pearson, top of the key. She's off the bounce. Now goes back out to Prado. Prado dribbles towards the top of the key. Niemela, a give and go with Prado. She dribbles to the baseline. Tried to go to Hennessy on the near side. Hennessy ran it down in the corner. Tendrup dribbles past some contact from Hepner. Inside to Hennessy. She turns up off the glass, and she's got 4 points. And it's a 43-point lead here at 56-13 with 9:45 left. Hepner's lost her dribble. She needs some help. Throws it inside. It's tipped around. Who did he go off of? Went off the Bigfork Huskies, and it will stay with the Vikings. Here comes Wisco back in the game. She replaces Niemela. Ball we got in from the baseline on the far side of the floor. Gustafson lobs it inside. Davis catches it after, I think that pass was going to Hepner, but I'm not sure. Gustafson gets the ball back, gets to the elbow, lost her dribble. Her pass tipped away by Pearson, who corrals the loose ball and dribbles up the far sideline. Huskies going right to left in this second half. Inside to Wisco on the left block. Back outside to Prado. Prado to Pearson, who puts up the three-pointer, a bit strong. Rebound tapped out to Wisco, who puts it up off the glass, and it's good. Wisco with 8 points, 58-13, as we approach 9 minutes left. And the Clock again as we go under 9 minutes. We'll then go into running time with that 45-point lead. Gustafson dribbles across the timeline, waits for the double screen, says, I'm going to shoot the 25-foot three, and she drains it. She's into double digits. And another three-pointer brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175, option 5 for a ride in the Borderland area. Tendrip near side to Pearson, who dribbles near the top of the key to Prado on the right wing. Inside to Hennessy, catches on the block. Drop step, finds a wide open Tendrip cutting down the backside. She lays it in, and it's 60-16. 8.5 to go. 26 points now for Memphis Tendrip of the Bigfork Huskies. Gustafson calls out Utah. Maybe heard it in the crowd mic. Leaves it for Hepner, and she traveled. Wanted to throw that ball, but the angle to Galusha was off just a little bit. And substitution. Here comes Michaela Goggle-Eye back into the ball game. Who's she coming in for? She is going to replace Tendrip with 8:14 and counting. Well, the clock is stopped. And referee finally noticed that the clock was not running. Easy hat, first game of the year. Even the clock operators got to get used to that. Hennessy, top of the key to Prado, far side for Pearson to Wisco at the elbow. Hennessy catches it on the wing, long jumper, a little bit strong. Rebound to Goggle-Eye, who hands it off to Hennessy. No, Hennessy? Let's see who they put it up there. No, it was Pearson who gets the bucket. Good thing they got those wings up on that scoreboard so I can tell. Gustafson slowly into the front court, goes to Hepner on the far side. She dribbles near side, gets it to Galusha on the wing. She dribbles baseline, gets double teamed, spins, gets it out to Gustafson. One dribble, outside to Galusha. Galusha dribbles in, puts the shot up. I think that was blocked maybe by Pearson a little bit. Still got to the rim. Wisco gets the rebound. Gustafson reaches in there, gets a held ball. I believe it is Husky basketball on the alternating possession. Here comes Aspen Watson, replacing Miley Davis. 7:19 the clock is stopped with. And now it restarted. Well, the ball came in about the same time. Referee says, yep, got to keep that clock rolling. Clock operator says, yeah, we got it. Wisco, elbow, one dribble, in against Eidman. That won't go. Rebound batted out of bounds by the Vikings, so it will stay with Bigfork. Bigfork, 2 more games this week. Coach Powell told me they get the Cherry Tigers tomorrow, and they get the Chisholm Blue Streaks on Thursday. The Vikings will play Deer River on Friday this week. In we go with Pearson. She dribbles in, kicks it out to Wisco, who lost her dribble, back to Pearson. She dribbles on the right wing. Hennessy, top of the key. Hennessy, hounded by Hepner, tips the pass away. Gustafson comes up with the loose ball. Now it's on the floor. Gustafson rolls a little bit. She'll get called for the travel. The Viking boys, they're going to open their season against the Bigfork Huskies right here on Thursday night, and we will be here to bring you all the action. But Huskies bring it back in. Top of the key, Pearson. Wisco, free throw line. Hennessy, 12-foot jumper from the right side, rattled around, won't go down. Rebound batted around into the hands of Aspen Watson, and a reach-in on Prado. Her first foul of the game, first team foul on the Huskies, 12 minutes into the second half. 2 subs coming in for the LBF Vikings. Kaden Schmidbauer and Marie Hanley. Going out are going to be Megan Galusha and Lacey Eidman. Under 6 minutes now remaining. Schmidbauer walks the ball up the floor as the Huskies stay in that man-to-man. Tendrip is going to pick up Schmidbauer at the timeline. Gustafson gives her a screen. Gets it off to Aspen Watson. Back out to Schmidbauer. She dribbles baseline. Puts up the runner. Won't go. Rebound to Hennessy. Quickly off to Tendrip. Tendrip. Transition. Off the glass. That's a tough shot, folks. With somebody on you, she still gets that to go. And it's 64-16. Schmidbauer goes left this time. Hands it off to Hepner. Hepner dribbles near the top of the key. Hepner looks inside. That's stolen away by Goggle-Eye. And there's a reach-in foul there on Gustafson, a little bit in frustration. That is team foul number 6. Third on Cora. Sub coming in for the Huskies. This is number 2. This is Tinley Earnhardt. She's a junior. Here comes Ellie Wendt in for the Vikings. Goggle-Eye going out for the Huskies. Gustafson going out for the Vikings. Husky basketball, 4:45 and counting remaining in this basketball game. Stay tuned for the Delac Logging post-game show where we'll have our sleeper moment of the game brought to you by Northland Sales and Service, and we'll name our Energy Star player of the game by North Star Electric. Huskies in the half court, thrown inside, tipped away by Hanley. Loose ball picked up by Aspen Watson. She's quickly up the near sideline, goes to the baseline, trapped, gets it to Hanley. She was going to put the jumper up, but Prado was right there, knocked it away. Hanley picks up the loose ball to Schmidbauer. Long jumper on the way, nothing at the bottom of the net. It's a two-pointer as Kaden Schmidbauer has her first points of the year. 64-18 now, the Vikings trailing as we approach 4 minutes remaining. Hennessy, right wing. Prado, top of the key. Back to Hennessy on the right wing. Wisco catches it at the elbow. She takes 2 dribbles, gets cut off, kicks it back out. Tendra gets to the elbow, and they're going to call Wisco on the illegal screen. So Emily picks up her first foul of the ball game, second team foul. Got the elbow out there, Dwayne tells me. See, it's good to have a second set of eyes. Much as I'd like to believe that I see everything, I don't. Schmidbauer to Wendt on the right wing. Top of the key to Hepner. Hepner thought about the long three. Schmidbauer left wing. Dribbles to the elbow, puts it up. Off the glass, won't go. Rebound, batted around, picked up by Tendra. Memphis quickly up the far sideline. Looking in transition to Wisco, and that's the way you reward the big girls for running the floor, the bigs. And it's 66-18. That's 10 points for Wisco. Like the way she plays the game. Top of the key, Wendt. Off the dribble, gets it stolen away by Prado. She's behind the Viking defense, and she puts it up off the glass, and it's good. Eleanor's got 9 points in the ballgame, 68-18. We're going to get the subs in the ballgame. The referee's making the decision. Coming out is going to be Marie Hanley, going in for the Vikings. This is going to be number 1, Ella Bishop. For the Huskies coming in, as I mentioned, Earnhardt hadn't been able to come in. There hadn't been a dead ball yet. Going out is Wisco. 2.5 remaining. Schmidbauer comes across the timeline, gets a screen. She gets to the glass all the way, and Schmidbauer says, I'll take advantage. She lays it in. She's got 4 points. 68-20 now with just over 2 minutes left in this ball game. Prado, right wing to Hennessy. One dribble. Gets cut off. Back out to Prado. Prado to Tendra. She puts up the tough runner. Won't go. Gogolai brings down the rebound. Inside to Tendra, who finds Tinley on the backside. She's double teamed. Kicks it out to Hennessy. Jumper. Nothing but the bottom of the net for Shea Hennessy. 70-20. Now the lead. Going to get these subs in for the Vikings. Here comes number 3, Annie York. And for the Huskies, coming back into the ball game is Cambry Pearson. Short bench for the Huskies. So if you're thinking, why are all those starters in? Well, not many girls in uniform tonight. That is the main reason why. Schmitzbauer quickly into the front court. Gets cut off this time by Hennessy. Leaves it for Watson, who gets one dribble. Now she's in trouble. Kicks it out to Schmidbauer. Cadence tried to go baseline, stepped on the end line, and it's a turnover to the Huskies. 80 seconds remaining here. Again, stay tuned for the Delac Logging post-game show. We'll see if we can get one of the Viking girls to come on for the post-game show. Hennessy inside to a cutting Tendra. She puts it up, left it short, looking for 30 points in the ballgame. Rebound to Ella Bishop. I had to make sure I had the name right. First time number 1 came across the with a stat. Schmidbauer, three-pointer on the way by Wendt. Good! Allie Wendt gets her first points of the ball game. And it's a three-pointer brought to you by Arrowhead Transit, 1-800-862-0175. Option 5 for a ride in the Borderland area. Hennessy, right wing. Schmidbauer all over her. Hennessy cuts to the baseline, leaves it outside for Tendra. She goes inside to Pearson. That shot was blocked by Watson. Pearson gets the rebound with 30. Tendra steps in, puts up the short jumper. No. Had a rebound knocked away by Watson. Loose ball to Wendt, and she took, maybe 3. Could have gotten 4 steps in there before she comes up with that dynamite smile of hers. She knows. 14 seconds remaining. Bigfork's going to bring it in to Tendra, who comes across the timeline. Looks like she might want to get one more shot off here. Hennessy, three-pointer. No. No. To Pearson. To Hennessy, and no shot goes up. Your final score is going to be 70-23 in this ball game, and I'm going to keep it right here so we can get a post-game interviewee, and we'll see. Thank you very much, young sir, as our cameraman. Last moment notice. Have a good trip home, David. as we say goodbye to the officials. And I'm going to see if we can get an interview here with one of the Viking players. Let's see if I can get Cadence. Cadence, come talk to me. Grab that microphone right there. Cadence Schmidbauer joining us here in the post-game show. Cadence, a couple of buckets there. She's breathing pretty hard here.
Yeah, I didn't have much time, so.
Yeah, absolutely. Talk about how the night went for you, both in the JV and the varsity game.
For the varsity, I didn't play.
Yeah, you didn't play the JV game.
No.
I apologize.
No, you're good. For varsity, I got slap happy. I was fouling pretty fast.
Yeah, those 4 fouls in the first half.
I didn't get my 5th.
Were you on a foul count there? Obviously.
Oh yeah.
You couldn't afford to get one.
Mm-mm,
No.
mm-mm.
So what did your team do well tonight? Talk about what this
I
team.
think we stayed as a family. We didn't start bickering. We didn't start fighting on the court. We came in knowing that we were the underdogs, but
Sure.
we still wanted it. And I think even though we did fall behind throughout it, we stayed together even when we didn't have to.
Talk about you guys got a couple of days off now before you play Deer River on Friday. What's
Yep.
the team going to work on over the next few days?
I think definitely meeting our passes and our plays. We tried running plays and then we just went to a 5-out again. But I think memorizing our plays and meeting the ball when we pass and making good passes is what we need to really work on before we see Deer River this week.
Cadence, appreciate the time. Get in that
No
locker room
problem.
for the team meeting.
Thank you.
That is Cadence Schmidbauer joining us here on the post-game interview. We'll take a break. We'll come back with more from the LBF Gymnasium. You're listening to High School Girls Basketball on Lakes Country 104.1 and online at rjbroadcasting.com.
Propane Gas Association recommends that all gas systems should be routinely inspected every 5 years. Lakes Gas in the Falls can check your gas systems on a regular basis. A gas system safety inspection only takes 1 or 2 hours and includes a leak test as well as a visual inspection of all your gas appliances. Lakes Gas has a fall special on gas safety system inspections right now, so call Lakes Gas for an appointment today. Lakes Gas, your local propane company since 1959.
Employees at Packaging Corporation of America have been producing quality paper for over a century. We understand our responsibility to the community, and we're honored to support the many needs and events occurring in the borderland. From providing donations to local schools and events to supporting organizations meeting physical needs in our community, Packaging Corporation of America does more than make paper. We make a difference.
Rainy Lake Medical Center is proud to offer local athletes a robust sports medicine program that includes comprehensive rehabilitation for athletic injuries, post-surgical rehab, and return to sports guidance. Rainy Lake Medical Center's Advanced Concussion Management Program offers additional protection and peace of mind to athletes and parents. For more information, call Rainy Lake Medical Center Therapy and Wellness Department at 283-5420. Good luck, athletes, on a successful year from Rainy Lake Medical Center.
Choice, call 218-278-4710 or stop at 4778 County Road 22 in Littlefork. Well, let's run down the stats from the ball game. Let's start with the Vikings, and leading the way was Cora Gustafson with 11 points. She made 3 3-pointers in the game, 4 points for Kaden Schmidbauer. Those all came in the final few minutes of the second half. 3 points for Megan Galusha, 3 points for Ellie Wendt, and 2 points for Marie Hanley. For the 23 points for the Vikings, they were 0 for 4 from the free throw line, and they made 5 3-pointers in the ball game. Looking at the Bigfork Huskies, they were led by Memphis Tendrup. She had 28 points. She had 16 in the first half, 12 in the second half. 13 points for Cambry Pearson, 10 for Emily Wiskow, 9 for Eleanor Prado, 6 for Shea Hennessy, and 4 for Madeline Niemela. And as I look there, Bigfork only had 9 girls that were on the roster that could have suited up tonight, and 8 of them got in the game, and I'm not sure that maybe Jenica Basker maybe was not in uniform either, because it just seemed that way. If you look at the free throws for the game, Bigfork Huskies just 3 for 11. That would be one thing that I would bet that the Huskies are going to be working on, along with their press and press break, as Coach talked about in the pregame show. The Huskies made 5 3-pointers in the ball game. All 5 of those came in the first half. It's time to name our Energy Star Player of the Game, brought to you by North Star Electric. The power of human connections can be seen on and off the field, and the same is true with North Star Electric. Congratulations to Cora Gustafson, this game's Energy Star Player of the Game, brought to you by North Star Electric, as Gustafson played point guard most of the night and then had 9 points off of 3-pointers and a 2-pointer to go along with that for her 11 points. Also, time for our Northland Sales and Service sleeper moment of the game. Northland Sales and Service can help you get a good night's rest. With brands like Serta, you will wake up feeling refreshed and ready to tackle another day. Northland Sales and Service also has pillows, sheets, and mattress protectors. Stop in today and let Tony and Maya help you start getting your best sleep. Northland Sales and Service, 500 3rd Street in downtown International Falls. My sleeper moment of the game is going to be for Katie Schmidbauer. She came in, had those 4 fouls in the first half, didn't get to play a whole lot in the second half, but when she came in towards the end of the game, she was very aggressive, dribbling the ball up the floor, taking it to the bucket, trying to do something to spark that Vikings offense, and she did with 4 points. So congratulations to Kaden Schmidbauer, the sleeper moment of the game, brought to you by Northland Sales and Service. Well, tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to be heading north of the border. I'm going to be heading for Kenora. I'm going to be bringing you Muskie boys hockey tomorrow night from Kenora as they take on Beaver Bray. That game is going to be on KGHS, 12:30 a.m. and 95.3 FM, The Bear. And the pregame is going to start right around 7:10 with the drop of the puck at 7:30. And then Thursday, the Viking boys basketball team, some of the members just came by and asked, are you guys going to be here on Thursday? And we said, of course we're going to be here for the season opener for the Viking boys as they also take on the Bigfork Huskies. Our pregame to start right around 6:40, 6:45 is the scheduled start, but after what happened tonight when we didn't start till 5 after 7, you know how it works during the basketball season. Sometimes the JV game goes long, sometimes it doesn't. You just got to be patient as we work through those kinds of things. For Dwayne pushing all the buttons on the video side, I'm Tim Ringhofer on the radio side, wishing everybody a good night. The final score from the LBF Gymnasium, Bigfork 70, Littlefork Big Falls 23. You've been listening to high school girls basketball on Lace Country 104.1, rjbroadcasting.com, and you've been watching it on yourliveevent.com. Thank you for listening to